What up, robotic? All right, we're gonna try to be really productive this morning because I want to start building something new and that I actually need for my life. So we're gonna try to bang out a bunch of stuff this morning. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but let's get Ghosty updated. Let's get through our updates. Is it a tool to help with your skill issues? Actually, it is a tool to help with my. I actually have an existing version of this tool that I need to rebuild while Nix is updating. I'll show you what we're hopefully going to rebuild sometime soon, and I want to turn into a micro SaaS. So we're going to just take the easy approach on the update system. As fun as it would be to follow the Postgres change or bin log or whatever Postgres calls it, I don't think I'm going to get that to work with Supabase. So we're just going to do a naive imperative approach to notifications just to get it done. But the thing I want to rebuild is, it's on my GitHub. It recently stopped working because I think of a change to an API I was using. I sent you a message on Discord about the Ghosty update box. Oh, I'll have to look. YNAB splitwise sync. So we're gonna rebuild this thing. Hopefully within the next week or so. And what this thing does is it syncs transactions between you need a budget, which I should open this on another screen so I don't dox my financials. Yeah, we're going to build it with Effect. A lot of it's going to be back-end stuff. Well, it'll probably be a mix of both, but like up front, the build will be back-end stuff. So it's a mix of YNAB, which is a zero-based budgeting system, and Splitwise, which I should probably also, this doesn't matter as much. This is how Justine and I split our expenses. And what happens is when you put transactions in here, you don't get the reporting and the fidelity over here. So I had a tool that was syncing them between the two and categorizing them correctly. Well, not categorizing. We're actually going to use AI to categorize. But I have a idea to turn this into a little micro SaaS because people ask for this all the time, and the only solution is like a half-baked Zapier zap that doesn't work that great, and it's expensive anyways. Authorize. Oh, am I gonna have to do this right now? All right, hold on, chat. So, am I not on V0? Why am I at Vercel? No, V0. Sign in. There we go. If we go look at my library, there should be budget sync, I think. Fork of budget sync. Yeah, it's going to be this guy, I think. Yeah, so this is the tool we're going to end up building. So we'll get there. But we need to wrap up the basics, the core features of this financial planning app, because I just need to get it off my plate for the time being until the customer is ready to start actually using it with his clients. We just need the MVP so they can figure out what they need from us. So the things we need to build yet for the MVP of this thing is basically wiring up notifications, The dashboard's not a huge deal anymore. And then we need a screen for the advisor to see all his clients, and we need a screen to look at charts of the parsed Excel data. Okay, so this is what we're going to end up. I probably will spend the next couple months building once we get through shipping the MVP of what I've been working on, which really just needs charts and notifications yet. Until Nick's Flake update. What? Oh, DWB. Morning, ALS. No, not C++. On your way to Union, just want to stop and say, hey, have a lovely Friday at school, my man. Or woman, I actually don't know your gender. Either way, have a lovely Friday. What? How did this break already? Nick's Flake update. DWC. What is breaking right now? Failed assertion, nix.settings.auto optimize store. Do I just have to, I'm gonna try to just collect garbage. Darwin, where's my other Darwin command? There's a rollback. Rollback, DWC rollback. Morning, Owen. How we doing? All right, whatever. We don't need to update next. Tmux, let's do this. We're going to get rid of everything we did here because it's not going to work, unfortunately. So let's just do git nuke. Let's not do git nuke. 1, 2. But the money makes me handsomer. All right, we can get rid of replication. We could go in here and we're just gonna get rid of we can just roll this back to a raid already. Goodness. Or not a raid. It's the same noise as a raid. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate that, McCollard. What does Nick's Flake update do? It essentially, I actually probably can't put into words 100% what it does, but it updates the channels that the Flake looks at, I think. So when you actually go to rebuild the Flake, you have like the most recent updates from the like Nick's repo, I think. That's my impression of what happens. I can't say for certain if that's accurate, but Monday's a holiday. Let's go. Long stream day. All right, we rolled that back. So we still have notifications, I think. Yeah, we do. All right, so let's just go to the front end app and we're gonna write a I guess we run with fun, don't we? We're gonna write a imperative notification client. So let's go to lib and we're just getting notifications. In fact, let's just put that in a file. It doesn't even need to be a directory. No, let's do it. What I was gonna do. don't even know what that was. This needs to just get. And what else does this thing need to do? Emit, publish. And what else does it need to do? It needs to mark red. Let me go look at the schema again. Actually, we can just bump over here.
Describe the world.
What up, Dota? So these are our notifications. Oh yeah, we don't have a dead letter queue, but I'm not worried about a dead letter queue right now. We have all the pieces in place that effectively have a dead letter queue. We just don't have the redriver built. So let's come over here and we want to import from at r10/db/drizzle/schema, and then we want notification type, notification status, and I have to go look at how we sit in here. Oh, in here. I forget how I got the types from enum. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right, we got that. You're converting wall to JSON. I was going to be doing that, but I wanted to learn how to do that. I mean, I got the basics down yesterday, so if I do need to do, I basically explored that because I might do something like that at work with following cockroach DB's write ahead log, I guess, for change data captures for audit trails. I learned what I needed to for the most part. I think I was running into problems with building it this way because of Supabase. Can you explain it like on 5 what that means? Are you talking to Walter JSON? Could you convert it then? Yeah, I think so. So I wasn't using triggers, Jason. I was straight up doing do I still have stuff up for this? Creating a slot, a logical replication slot, and trying to do it this way. And I don't think that Supabase, I don't think, if I recall, my user didn't have permission, the replicator role or something. I can't remember. But it's not a big deal because our notification system, thank you for the bits, appreciate you. All right, so we have a status, we have these notification types. So we're gonna make notifications for each of these. So let's go ahead and say we have a type, let's come in here. Type user signs up. This is going to take a payload, extends record, property key, unknown. And this is going to be a unify intersection of that. We'll make that read only. And then we'll come over here, and this will be that and payload. Yeah, perfect. So we have our base notification, and then we want to do, this will be user signs up notification, and this will be payload. So be read only. Actually, we're in Svelte land, so maybe read only doesn't serve us well here. And so a user signs up. We'll have to do a user ID. It'll be a string. Timestamp, I guess. That'll be a date. Then we have that's probably all we need. So let's say type, come in here. This is gonna take, it's gonna equal a just do name extends notification type. Base notification, and it's going to take user signs up. All right, so we should get a nice type here. We don't even need timestamp. We get that for free. All right, let me catch up on chat quick. It's a way to track if you pick up a message in a queue. I think the dead letter says you couldn't process the message and you may reattempt. Yep, that's exactly what a dead letter queue does. Yeah, so yeah, I imagine, Jason, something like that's going on, because I started where I ended stream yesterday was I was setting up local Postgres to test with, and I had made it further than I did with Supabase in like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay, it's definitely Supabase stuff. So I learned what I needed to learn to do what I need to do if I end up using it with Cockroach at work. I don't remember what. I think I put it right there. Yeah. All right, that's better. Thought something felt weird. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Dota, you're on the right track with a dead letter queue, and I'll show you how that works. I just, like I said, I don't have the redriver or the retry mechanism. I think I have a decent eye for architecture. Why can't I get to my schema? Here, I'm just going to look at the diagrams. So if we look at what my tables actually look like, Dota and McCollard, I have this job queue table down here. If I could zoom in. I can't zoom in. Can I zoom in, please? Oh my god. What is the fucking keys to... I thought it was a command scroll. I can't... This is stupid. I can't even like... Okay, that was weird. So we have this job queue table, right? And the job queue, basically, whenever asynchronous work needs to happen in the application that shouldn't block the event loop, or that I don't want to... It doesn't need to happen synchronously. We write a job to this job queue. It has some JSON payload. It has a locked at, a created at, updated at, completed at, type, job status, and an ID. So the job status, maybe this would be better to actually show you guys the types rather than the database table. So if we go to job, yeah. So right now we have 3 different jobs that can be published to our job queue. We have a process metrics upload, which is when the user uploads an Excel spreadsheet to be basically parsed and dumped to the database. We have our send verification email when a user signs up, and then we have a job for syncing a new user account with the client's CRM. So job statuses can be new, locked, completed, and error. So when a job gets written to the job queue, it basically has a new status. When the worker that processes these picks it up, as it queries it, it also locks it. So if a job is locked, it will never get picked up again. So if it's in locked, that means the job processor, the job queue, is working on completing it, and then it will either end up in an error status if it encounters like a runtime error. We have different retry logics for each job. If it errors in application code, it's going to end up in an error state, and that's when we could write the dead letter queue. If it completes successfully, it'll get completed. Job queue never picks it up again. But if it ends up in error, or if it's in locked for a certain amount of time, what you would do is you would write a second process that essentially periodically pulls records from the job queue table that have error as a status, or that have locked, and their locked at timestamp is greater than some, let's just say 60 seconds, right? None of these jobs should take longer than even a couple really milliseconds to do. But let's say this dead letter queue janitor process comes in, selects all the ones that are error, all the ones that are locked in a locked at timestamp that is greater than 60 seconds in the past. And then you try to rerun those jobs. The message that gets passed to the job queue is this type right here. So basically you just write a new database table or a new row to this table right here. That has type status payload, which is JSON. And then we're using PG notify, which is basically like a pub subsystem within Postgres. And when this table gets written to, a trigger runs that causes the notification system to publish. And then we have this job queue process that sits here. And it literally just sits and watches on this channel. And every time a job comes in, it picks it up, it decodes it, and then it handles the message. And in here, we can handle a verification message. We can handle this one. We can do these ones. Yep. So this thing just grabs the job queue channel from PG notify will pass the job ID. And then this process queries the full job and pulls out the payload, which is JSON. And then we decode that into an actual JavaScript object. And then based on the type, we fork a new fiber and we process it. So we have one for sending verification emails. We have one for doing the process metrics upload. We have one for syncing with the client CRM. It actually works really well. We can get rid of this. If we go to main, yeah, we don't have that anymore. Yeah, there we go. So that's how that works. I mean, we can query that. We have access to the database from the job queue too. So if we do need to get more data, we can always enrich. And we also write data to the database too. So all right, so we have our user sign up. We're basically going to, wait, that's not right. Hold on, no. This should be payload. There we go. That's what that should be. There we go. That's the type we want. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to copy this and we're going to remake this type for our other ones. So we have user verifies email. Change to capital N. User verify email. Then we need to make our payload. It's probably the same payload, to be honest. Which, yeah, it is. Do we need any other information with the verification? I guess we could shove the email in there. Yeah, I guess. Verify email. The next one is going to be, get out of command mode, please. And this is a shared DB. Yeah, shared DB, you pass it its ID and payload, and it looks up the current value and where you pass it. Some of the payloads just have IDs, some of it have extra data. Basically, I just stuck on the payload what I needed to begin processing. Actually, I think I probably just have, I don't think I have to enrich it at all in any of the jobs. So everything that's stuck on there is what I need to process it fully. Okay, so we need to do user verifies, user uploads metric report. We're gonna replace verifies email, and this is gonna become uploads metric report. And this is gonna have user ID. We'll have a report ID. It's multiple parts. Once the client's ready to ship this to prod, which I don't know when that will be for them, I'll probably just stick it in Docker containers maybe, or put it all in Fly. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right now, the front end runs on Vercel and the back end, or the job processor, runs on Fly.io. User uploads metric report, and then we have one more metric report reviewed. So we can grab that again, yoink gv, paste that in, and that is metric report reviewed. Now that needs to be uploads. Yeah, the deployment stuff is too complicated at the moment. Or it's not complicated, it's easy for developing, right? Like when I am done working on the job queue, I just do fly deploy, and when I'm working on the front end, I just commit to Git and Vercel picks it up. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's not bad, but I want to eventually just wire it up to all deploy at the same place and have it done through GitHub Actions. But that probably won't be until sometime next year when the client's ready to actually take this live. Metric report reviewed /g. All right, so we have all our events here. And let's go ahead and create our, whoops, that's not what I wanted. We want a vsplit. We can come down to here, and then we're gonna have our type notification, which will be just a union of all of these, is going to be user signs up notification, or a user verifies email notification, or user, in fact, we do need another, we need another notification that I just thought about. User verifies email, user uploads metric report notification, or metric report reviewed. Report, that needs to be there we go. And this needs to be metric report reviewed. The next one, we have to go run a migration quick, because I just remembered we have another signs up. Oh, we do have it. User complete. Oh, fuck. That should be. I have a typo. Shit. That's annoying. I can like drop stuff. It's not a big deal right now. User signs up, user completes. That should be an S. So what we could do is we could drop the notification table. This is why enums are a pain in the ass. Wait, Nate. All right, we're doing some Postgres surgery here. Grab me the DDL, generate DDL, and clipboard. Okay, so now we can come in here and we can drop the table. Drop. Actually, let's not drop Cascade. Okay, that's dropped. And then we can drop notification status. Type, not status. Where's my Scratch console? Yeah, we got type. So let's go ahead and drop that. Okay. Connection canceled. You can disable it. What? I don't know what that means. But we're gonna come in here and we're gonna run this. All right. Oh damn! I just did it again without fucking without updating my typo. I'm so dumb, chat. One of those days. I like starting with my database. When I'm building applications and thinking about architecture, I like starting with data and thinking about access patterns, because that ultimately is what should inform your architecture, right? Because like depending on how your data is accessed, how often, by what fields, what is the read volume, what is the write volume, that dictates everything else. And if you don't think about that up front, you're in for, if it's any sort of meaningful application beyond a CRUD app that has 20 users, you'll be in for a world of pain later. How did you learn how to work with databases? How did I learn? There was a university up on a hill in the mountains of Pennsylvania, and a wise man named Dr. Phillips taught me the sacred language of the structured query variety. And then I completed like 75% of a master's degree from Penn State in data analytics, where I had to do a ton of SQL. And I had two entire courses in my master's program on just Boolean algebra, like straight up just Boolean algebra. It's fucking crazy. Wow, dude, top 3 anime betrayals, no Jae-Sung Sim. Listen, Jae-Sung Sim was great, but we can't forget about, oh god, I can't even think of his name. Who was the math professor that sometimes subbed in? for CS that had the program. Lionheart, yeah. The program. The all-knowing program that was like a freaking VB6 executable or some shit. Okay, I think we're back to a good spot, and so I just got to go update my types over here. That's how you do database surgery when you're not in prod chat. This is why enums can be problematic. I just paid the price for it. All right. We need one more metric report reviewed. Verifies email. So let's copy this down 8 yoink gvv paste. This is going to be user. Why does this only have 3? Property key notification type. User signs up, user verifies email, user uploads metric report. Wait, do I have, no, hold on. I've got double somewhere. How did I do this? User uploads metric report, and then this should become here we user completes. What? We should have this one too. I don't know why I can't see that. I might just need to rebuild some stuff. We'll fix this in a second. I don't know why this is upset. And this will be complete onboarding assessment. And this will be his, I guess, assessment ID. I had a semester of PHP at Intel and I actually really loved it. I wrote a turn-based RPG entirely in PHP and Phil was like, you did too much. All I wanted was you to process a web form. That's hilarious. I had a semester of JavaScript randomly from Yukong Lu. He taught a web dev course and it was all JavaScript. And I ended up building a web app for my mom's first grade class that was like a Mad Minute, which is just like, I don't know if this was common in everybody's elementary school years, but Mad Minute is like how many math problems can you solve in a minute? And I had it like basically store student reports and email her the results, and it was cool. Build SQL dynamically and use the default schema called information schema. We had to print out our source code for that. Oh my god, what? What was our education, dude? For reference, chat, Dr. Love Wizard and I, if you haven't picked up, we went to the same university. Yeah, here we go. So user uploads metric report. We'll replace that. All right, the next one we need, 7up. 8 down, yoink that, 9 down, paste that. This is going to be changed to the capital N. This will be what was this one? The type was metric report reviewed. I don't even really think this has a payload. So we can update our type. I did this recently. Can I do never here? How do I do this in TypeScript? I fight this problem all the time. We have like this conditional object. What did I just do this for? I know I just did this exact pattern. It's in the OpenSRS client. I'm gonna pull up a code base on the other screen real quick, chat. I can't recall how I did this type. Actually, I'm just gonna blur my screen and do this the easy way. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we're gonna come in here and I need to unlock this again. Octa. I fucking hate Octa. Actually, I hate the Octa's fine-ish. I hate how often I have to re-authenticate on GitHub with Octa. This is what I really hate. Yeah, that's true, Jason. That's I don't know if you listen to like my podcast on Origin Stories FM, but I kind of like brought up the same point that like I was basically self-taught because my university program fell apart and wasn't great. But because I was self-motivated, like it helped me stick out and learn a lot of important things. Where the hell did I put this? GitHub. Yeah, here we go. All right. 1 second, chat. I just have to go copy a TypeScript pattern that I moved into this repo. Where is it? Domains platform. El Hijo del Viento. Hola, my friend. Do you watch F1? What do you think about Franco Colapinto? Is it in here? No, this isn't it. Here we go. Ah, that's how I did it. Okay. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna put this in our code. Paste that there. And we're gonna go and I need to grab one other piece of code. This should be in my prelude. Yeah. Yoink. Copy that, put this over here. Okay, I can now get out of this, go back over here, and we can unblur. Okay, great. We can get rid of this code. We can open my prelude. I guess this would be in utils, huh? Let's grab these types and we're gonna put those over here. And then we're gonna copy this pattern right here. This is what I was looking for, this extra fields thing. So we're gonna conditionally basically add extra fields. Or no, is that what we want? That's not what I wanted. Did I just copy the wrong thing? I did. I'm an idiot. No, we do need part of that, actually. I was right. I know what I can do. We can do this super easy. I just came up with a great idea. I think that Franco Colapinto must be a 2025 pilot as Messi. Hell yeah. I really, really hope Franco gets a seat. I'm with you. Had some time to kill at work and fancy doing some Scala again after a few years, doing some ZIO with layers and servers and shit. I can really see how much. Oh, yeah. I mean, Effect is basically a re-implementation of ZIO and TypeScript. I mean, obviously they're deviating a bit now, but it was the core inspiration. There's a really good YouTube video. All right, so we're just gonna do this. Watch this chat. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna say omit. I don't know why I didn't think of this in the first place. And we're gonna go there and we're going to, and we're gonna omit payload. There it is. Of course, why did I not think of that? From the guy. All right, we have all our types. What up, Andres? How we doing? Welcome, Raiders. We're building a notification system this morning. Friday release. Oh, you guys are cutting a release today? Is that the big release I've seen you tweeting about? Well, congratulations, dude. That's awesome. That's I don't know what it all entails, but I've gathered from your tweets that it's a really big release. So congratulations! I'm excited to check it out and read the changelog, and hopefully soon get around to playing with it. Also, I saw that Hetzner has a one-click install for Coolify now, which is also amazing. So congrats on that front. I'm really stoked about your success. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, dude, I swear that GitHub, I don't know how it's happening, but I swear GitHub's like large file diff is getting worse, which is like, I don't know how you get worse than what it was, but it just feels worse every time I have to review a big diff. Then we should probably export all of these because we're gonna have to make them. Try open this one. Oh boy. About to cause my freaking stream to crash. Oh, GitHub. Damn, going hard in the paint, PHP. See if I can even get a file diff in here. Yo, modern PHP is actually pretty good, chat. I don't know why people bag on PHP anymore. You'll reach it on Monday. All right, let's keep going here. Export. Should have just made this a macro. Everything seems to be 5. Okay, there we go. Great. So just to verify again that this type looks correct, yeah. Let's just say get unread. And this is going to return a promise of notification, and that will be an array. Find that, boom, and we're just gonna throw to do. We're gonna basically do this over again. Mark read is going to be promise void probably. These all need to be async. And this is going to be a, we need another type here. That is going to be export type create notification. And this is going to take a notification. Notification. And it's going to be a omit notification, and we're going to omit the ID. Whoops, this should be does that need to be a generic type, or can we just do that? We could get some nice inference here. So we could come in here and then this. Do you have brown keys? Quick question, DMR. What could it be that my lazy Vim is really slow with showing completions? That's going to be your LSP. It's probably not Vim. Are you working in a really large code base, Louis? Are you working in TypeScript, first of all? I have some ideas. It's probably not Vim itself. TS Angular NX workspace. Yeah, okay. So what's probably happening is TS server is written in TypeScript. So it's really, really slow. And the default configuration out of the box only gives it like 4 gigs of memory, which is not enough for big monorepos like that. If you go to my nvim config, yeah, at Vercel, we literally have a team who is one of their core projects that they work on is managing TypeScript performance in our monorepos at Vercel because TS server is that slow. Okay, so plugins. If we go to our LSP, you're going to want to come down to my configuration. ESLint. Where's TS server? TSLS. Right here. If you copy this setting right here, max TS server memory, and just give it like a beefy amount of freaking RAM to work with, it's going to help a lot. And there's other things you can do, like what version of TypeScript are you in? Because more modern versions of TypeScript, like anything above version 5.5 and 5.6, have a ton of improvements to type checking in large code bases. Okay, you guys can look into the isolated declarations too feature that just came out. That can help. But yeah, in your editor, this setting right here is going to make the biggest difference for you, for sure. And this is going to be a create notification, T notification. And then we're going to say this will take a notification ID, notification string. And this is going to return a promise void. And we'll throw to do. Great. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, no problem, Lily. If that doesn't work, I think that will probably work, but if it doesn't, like DM me on Twitter or Blue Sky or Discord or something, and I can brainstorm a little bit more, but I'm betting that will make a significant difference for you. I would also check if you have other LSPs on, potentially. Like if you have ESLint running too, that's a really slow LSP. You could set up, I think I have a toggle. We don't use ESLint anymore at Vercel, but you could make an auto command to, I mean, I guess you have this, right? You can start and stop your LSPs. Keeping your ESLint LSP off until you actually need to lint, because it's ESLint's LSP is even slower than TS server. So you could just try disabling that. Yeah, you could do a pre-commit or pre-push for linting. What, Ethan? What are you talking about? How has it gone downhill? I feel like NVIM's only got better over the past 2 years. We do got hot takes in chat. I think you're skill issuing yourself, Ethan. All right, we need to go look up how to make API endpoints in SvelteKit. Was it kit.svelte? Yeah. Docs, SvelteKit. And we want hooks, advanced routing, loading data. Where is the just API stuff? He just woke up in a cold sweat. All right, here's what we want. Routes API. So routes, and then we're gonna come in here, API / do that, and then by exporting, yeah. Plus API add. And we want notifications, I can't spell this word ever, notifications. We don't need that at the beginning. And this is gonna have get, I guess. We'll have plus server.ts here, and then we'll have notifications dot we'll have a ID, and we'll put that in there. Does that cover all of our use cases here? Mark red. Get unread. Mark red. That's a post to the ID. That's a get to the notifications. Publish is going to be a post. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. I just used VS Code. I literally don't understand how. Dude, you and I just need to get on a freaking Zoom call and fix your NVIM setup. All right, so let's go to the files we just made, which is going to be API / this one. Yeah. And we're going to export const get. And this is going to be a request handler. And this is going to be an async function that gets something. I don't know what thing is yet. Should have multiple things on it. Yeah, I get it. It is a, let's see, what are the top level fields on this? Oh, we can get headers. Set headers, URL, fetch, route, local. Okay, so it's our typical thing here. So we can get request. And what does our request have on it? That would be the body, right? And we need to make sure this is... Do hooks run? For API routes in SvelteKit, hold on, let me just fucking read this shit. I guess we'll find out. So we probably need in here, it was in locals. Yeah. Const user equals get user locals. And does this do any sort of error? It does. Actually, is there an unauthorized error? Unauthorized. In SvelteKit, errors. How do we handle errors? God, I'm so React brained. Fail. Okay, so we might want fail. Is form actions just for fail? Or can I use that for API endpoints? Okay, so we should actually just fail. Return fail. And fail has status number is going to be, was it 403? That's unauthorized. (401). 403 is forbidden. Thank you. And this will be false. In fact, we could do that better. There we go. We can do that better. I think I just used British spelling. This will be redirect or fail, I guess. Y, there we go. That's Boolean blindness right there. You see that? I started to make that a Boolean, and then I decided, you know, using Booleans are never the right thing. Almost never is a Boolean the right thing you should be using. Hey, what plugin do you use for spelling in NeoVim? I think that's Telescope, if I remember correctly. Telescope. It's one of the presets, I think. Yeah, right here. It's this one. Telescope built in spell suggest. Right there. And I have it mapped to spacebar SS. Ah, what happened here? There we go. All right, so now we can go back here, and this should be behavior is going to be fail. Oh, because I didn't give it a type. There we go. There we go. That's a much better API. By default, we will, I thought, fail through by default under the covers in SvelteKit. Doesn't fail throw? I guess we'll just throw. Action failure. Is that what we want? What's the difference in Svelte between error and... That's what we wanted. Not fail. I thought there was a... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Great. In fact, There we go. All right, so now we at least have an authenticated endpoint. That works pretty nice. That's a pretty nice helper function right there. So now we want to bring in our, let's see here, db dot select, and we're going to select dot from notifications. In fact, we should just go make a query. Somebody earlier was asking about how I was doing queries, and I have queries. Okay, I have them in here, so they're application scoped. So if we go look at queries, yep, right here. I have all my application queries as prepared statements. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say export const get unread notifications by user ID. This is going to equal db dot select dot from notification dot where equals, it's going to be notification dot recipient ID, and then we'll do a SQL dot placeholder, yeah, and this is going to be user ID. And we'll do a, this needs an and. Equal, and we'll say EQ, and it's going to be notification dot status, and it's going to be unread. Surprised I don't get notification dot status. Do I get autocomplete here? Yeah, nice. Unread. Do we need one more? There we go. And then we'll say dot prepare, and we'll jump 8 up, yoink that, jump 8 down, paste that in there. All right, so we have that one. What other query do we need? Get undread. It is very undreadful. We need a set notification to read. Yeah. So this is going to be an update. Dot update notification dot set
Functions describe
and we're going to say status
the world.
is read. Set notification to read by ID, I guess. Dot where, and where is going to be EQ, and it's going to be notification dot ID, and then we'll do SQL dot placeholder ID. That gets that, and then we prepare it, and this will be the same name. And we'll paste that in there. So we have mark unread, we have read, and we have get. What was the other? publish. Oh yeah, we need to insert a notification, huh? That would be a good one to have. Export, insert notification. Const equals database dot insert notification dot values. Recipient ID should not be nullable. How did you get banned from their Discord? What did you do? It doesn't really bother me. But the cleaned up version looks nice. Nix just makes it easy. But that's how I used to do it, and I had like custom bash scripts to install everything. Where's the notification? Yeah, this should be not null. Okay. And this will be SQL dot placeholder. Can I just do something like this? Change in here. Can I do SQL dot placeholder notification? No. This doesn't need to be a prepared statement, I guess. For inserts. All right, that looks good. Let's go back to yeah. I don't like I don't configure my NeoVim with Nix. I still use Lua to configure NeoVim rather than whatever the Nix thing is. I'd rather write Lua, and if I could, I would configure Nix with Lua too, to be honest. What is the application you use the notification system for? It is a platform for a financial advisor coach to coach other financial advisors on. Okay. Let's go back to the server endpoint. And now we have our queries. Const, we'll say const underscore equals get notifications by user ID. and this will get a is not callable. How does this work? Dot execute, and this takes a yeah, look at that, chat. Look at that. Look at that. Actually, we don't even want that to be unread. We just want to go get all notifications. Now that I think about it. We'll probably eventually need to paginate this, but I don't care about doing that right now. Fuck up. All right, we got that. I don't even know if we need this freaking request. Can I get the params from this? Do we have params here? Yeah, I don't even know what's on this request object. Do we have... What is mode? I don't even think we need the request. And this should be just a record, right? Which actually const params status. Fuck it, we don't even need params right now. We can add that later when we need it, but I don't care. All right, I clearly didn't read the docs well enough. As someone currently debugging jank production Lua right now, Lua can piss right the fuck off. Listen, Lua is great for things like NeoVim, but less good for a global distributed proxy. So does this get a response? Request dot that's not what I want either. What is the type signature for this? Maybe promise. It gets the event. It doesn't mandate what the return type of response. Okay, yeah, it does. DC. Okay, yeah, I get that. Okay, I just need to bring in JSON. All right. So there we can get our notifications, and then we need to export post. In fact, let's just copy this. Does this have a generic type it can take? And then we do need the request in this one. And we need to get the body. We'll say const body is equal to await request.json. And then we want to pump that through a Zod parser. So let's say const notification schema. And this is going to be z.object. And it's going to have on it client. Okay, that didn't do anything. I thought it might prettify it. In fact, we should put this over here. So we need a recipient ID, and this will be a z.string. Then we need a status, and this will be unread. So we'll do z.literal, and this will be unread. In fact, that doesn't even need that, right? Because when we create it, we can just omit that, right? We don't even need the status. What else do we need on here? We need a type. And that will be a z.enum. And this takes a array. Yeah, so we want a z.literal. And it'll be effectively this list right here, or this list. Yoink. And we'll just throw that there so we can see it quick. User signs up. Z.literal. User verifies email. What is the error down here? Unterminated. What? Where? That tick right there. Yeah, you're fine. What's this subset about? Does this actually go in an array? It must. Yeah, there we go. What is this subset about now? Am I dumb? How do I use Zod enums? Takes a Thank you. Thank you, Ba Josie. Ba Hosey. Actually, this would just be better to pick rather than omit. Why doesn't that work? Okay, we do want to omit because the payload is an optional key. Okay, so what are we missing here? Type metric report viewed is not assignable type. What? That doesn't make sense, does it? That's why. There we go. Okay. So this little trick right here where I do this transform and notification and then pass the identity function, which is literally just takes a value, returns the same value. I don't love inferring types from Zod. I like being explicit about my types, and this is a way to kind of flip that model on its head and say, like, I want to make sure that my Zod schema conforms to the contract of this type right here. So I know for a fact that this will create a create notification. So we can go export this, and now we can go back out to, where is it? SB, server, this one. And then we'll say const create notification equals wait, or no, it'll be results create notification schema dot safe parse, and it will get the body, and then we'll say if create notification result dot success, we will return this one right here. Actually, I have remembering my HTTP codes, HTTP 400 codes, invalid payload. I guess we could just return 400, right? Win8. Yeah, 400 bad request. And body message, notification body was malformed, I guess. Sure. And then we come down here and then we say await db dot, we need to insert that, and we'll do insert, and this is going to be in, I guess the table goes there, notification. Import that again, values. Does this always take an array?
Dylan, did you wrap Baxter up?
Yeah.
He's still there.
He's comfy as shit.
Yeah. It's so cute.
Dude's just being a king on the couch.
Yeah, he has like 4 blankets.
Is there someone else here? Or are you on the phone?
I'm on the phone with Savannah.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry, I'm gonna shut your door.
Thanks.
She says hi.
Hi. Could you make me another coffee?
Yeah, let me check work quick.
Thanks. Does this take, can I just take like a, okay, great. We're gonna do a object
Functions describe
dot assign,
the world.
and we're gonna assign to the create notification, or actually just rename this parsed. I like making this parsed instead. Parsed. And we'll come over to here, and this will be thank you for the follow, a nobody and data, and we're going to assign a status to it, and the status is going to be unread, and we probably have to do as const here. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll do dot returning, and we'll return ID, and this will be notification.id. Yeah. And we can get const ID equals that. And that'll be, oh, because it could be undefined. Sure. If we can't trick the type system that way. So we can do, this should never happen. We just have to make the type system this will be a 500. And unexpected error occurred. I never spelled occurred right while persisting notification to the database. Okay. And then we can get const ID equals rows 0. And that should be string. And then we'll return Yasan notification ID is ID. Do we not use the user at all? Whatever, that's fine. Yeah, I could do that. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Great. And now we need to go to the ID one. In fact, we can just, that just needs a post. So let's yoink this. Yoink in here, put that in there, and we can go back and we can just grab the top here. And in here, this is going to, we're gonna get params, not have a body. We don't need that. Don't need that, which means we don't need this anymore. Don't need this stuff. Although we are gonna end up having something like this. We have a set notification by d.execute, and this is gonna have a ID on it. This doesn't have my autocomplete, which is annoying. Shouldn't that autocomplete there? We'll fix this in a second. Oh, I thought this would be strongly typed. Can I make this strongly typed? What do you think about Deno instead of a node? I think Deno. Right now, I'm using Bun for a lot of things, and I don't know. But I'm used to Bun, and I don't have a compelling enough argument right now to not use Bun. Maybe the next time I start a project, like maybe when we start this budget transfer tool in the next week or two, maybe I'll use Deno to run that, and we'll see how it feels compared to Bun. I have a lot of respect for Ryan Dahl, and I think he's got his head on straight, and they have a lot of money. But I mean, either way, I think we all win for Bun and Deno competing. They're both going to get really good. I think at some point, the bet on V8 is probably going to pay off over JavaScript engine that Bun is using. God damn it, I need to go find my other glasses rag. I'll be right back. Where the frack did I put this thing? Am I crazy right now? Found it. So yeah, I think I'm not like I don't have a strong opinion on Bun versus Deno versus Node. I mean, I would use Deno or Bun over Node just because of the DX improvements. But when it comes to Deno versus Bun, I don't have a strong opinion yet. I think both teams, they're both bootstrapped, or they're not bootstrapped, I should. They're both VC funded with a lot of money. They both have very talented developers. That being said, I have more faith and confidence in the V8 team than I do the JS Core or JS Engine. I can't remember. JS Core, that's what Safari uses, I think, right? Yeah, I think the bet on V8 plays out in the long term, but that remains to be seen. Sentient, what didn't you like about Deno? Hey, you're using Mona Lisa with Ghosty, right? Do you also have an issue where the dot in number 0 is not centered? I don't think so. Mine's centered. I can give you my Ghosty config too. My Ghosty config's in my dot files. Lua, Ghosty config. This is how I have it set up here. And the font, I think the only font settings I have are right here. I have the family set to Mona Lisa. I have the font style regular. Font style italic is regular italic. Font style bold is bold. And font style bold italic is bold italic. I'm on 1440p. Seems fine to me. We're cooking. What if I wrote all my code like this? Also, now that Daddy Trump is in office, all programming is legal. The mandate of cancer all by then go to will commence in 25. Let's keep politics mostly out of chat, please. I see we all get enough politics everywhere else during our days. We don't need it. We don't need it here. Yeah, this is perfect. What if I just what if I just streamed like this all the time? It says that it can import new packages, but I found issues on quite a few packages that doesn't work in Deno versus Node. Interesting. What were we just doing? We were trying to go to this file, and we were working on... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this font is insanely crisp, though. Like, you can't say that the font's not very crisp. Or actually, we want to go to server, right? There we go. Yeah, I bumped it up, don't worry. I think we're at 26 right now. Yeah. All right, we want to go back into here, and this is going to have ID. I wish this was type safe. I thought it was, but I guess not. It's all undefined. Is that what that really returns? Yeah, I guess it does. Huh. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, we can just do... that will throw. And we'll end up getting a 500. I just need to return a... What's the... If I want to return something from this that's not JSON, what is the way to do this? Is there like an OK or JSON error? I assume this is the way to do that. All right, so I think we have all our endpoints wired up. So now in our client, we can go to client and get unread is going to be do we even really need this client? I don't think we do. Not with those endpoints. We'll want to store, right? Yeah, I think we will want to store. Okay. Then we want that store to live at, we're going to seed this store at the very root. Possibly in this layout server. Or maybe main. Yeah, probably main. And in here, what is this subset about? Property is sidebar link is missing from type blah 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 blah. Okay. Where? Ghosty recently added a feature where bolds/italics are not part of the font used. It'll try to synthesize. Oh, that's fucking sick. That's really nice. Ghosty's just so good, dude. Ghosty is so freaking good. Okay, so I can't remember how we use the stores in sign up. Playground, API, login, lib, no routes. Onboarding. There's our store. And do we bring the store into the layout? No. Do we bring it in the page? We make the store in the component. So we really want to make the store right. Okay, so we need to do we can server render the data, right? Like in here, we can get notifications. And then we set up an effect that all right, how do I remember doing this once before where we like invalidate data. Wait, what happened here? Oh, I see. It's setting in a store. Yeah. Oh, that's, I didn't know we could do that. When you navigate around Svelte, you reuses existing, yeah. Now on destroy.
Do you want to try a bite of this?
What is it?
It's energy bite.
What is it? Is it chocolate?
Cinnamon roll. Has oh, you ate the whole thing. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
You like
No, I don't want it now. Damn.
You already have one?
Yeah, I had. It was a 4-pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel bad.
No. I already ate a bunch. Riss had me try them at the gym. They're energy bites, so they're really good for you. It's like date paste, vanilla protein, and yeah, cinnamon roll flavor. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you want to go with me to Build a Booty on
Nope.
the 24th?
I do not.
Why not?
No, thank you.
You don't want to build a booty?
Nope.
It's crazy. Want to try it, proceeds to eat the whole thing. Yeah, he does that to me a lot. I'm just waiting for your coffee to be done, then I'll leave you alone.
I thought she handed me the whole thing, chat. You can go back and clip it. She straight up put the whole thing in front of my face. I said, okay.
What was I supposed to do?
Say, just take a bite.
I said, do you want to try it?
Yeah.
You said,
I assumed you had others.
eat the whole thing.
Oh my god.
When someone says try something, I assume that means take a bite. He tried it. He did try it.
Why are you guys on her side?
They're always on my side.
You guys would have done the same thing. I guarantee it.
They won't have. They're my friends.
Do we want to use invalidate here? Wow, what is happening here? That's blurry for everyone else, right? Is that blurry for you, Justine? Yeah, that is blurry for you.
Dylan, I can't see in general. I am always right. Thank you. And also, it wasn't only a bite.
Sentient's right. Sentient's on my side.
No. So the ones that I had, I ate them in 4 bites. They were the same size.
That's
you take
that's
a bite.
Insane to eat that size of a piece of food in 4 bites. How?
I want to savor it.
How would you?
I want to
2
enjoy
bites
it.
max.
No. Just you take a little bite.
Are you a mouse?
I don't like that guy.
Sentient is getting freaking upgrade to VIP. That's what happens. No, Justine is wrong. Justine
When?
can be wrong.
When?
Often.
You can go finish your
Listen,
own coffee.
I'm all about equal rights in this house. I'm just
Glad
saying.
someone is.
81 people witnessing a downfall.
I know, I'm not wearing my ring today, guys.
Look at that. Not even wearing her ring.
Not wearing my ring today.
My partner is also a redhead, so I know not to mess with one.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
he gets
That's a
it.
lie. When she yells at me, I get very scared.
I don't. I've yelled at you maybe twice.
When she gets cross with me, I get scared.
The one time it was very warranted. We're engaged. And I went to the gym this morning. So I didn't wear my ring.
All right, I think we're just going to fetch notifications in here.
Wait,
What?
6412 isn't VIP?
He's a mod.
Oh, you can't be both?
I don't know.
Well, don't take away his mod
Yeah,
status.
I'm not going to try to mess with it.
I'm going to go finish your coffee.
Okay.
Even though you hate me.
Const notifications promise is going to be get notifications by user ID dot execute ID, or that's probably user ID. I wish this was strongly typed. And why did the music stop? That's weird. Whoops. We'll listen to Swisher Sweet. That's a good song. You gave me the llama mug?
Yep, I did.
She gave me the llama mug, chat.
It's my favorite mug.
What about the taco mug?
No, I drink wine in that mug usually. It's a great mug.
We're engaged.
6412 already answered that.
Oh,
Keep up with your chat, okay?
I can't. They're out of control,
You're out of control.
apparently.
I'm gonna need you to pick up our friends from the airport today.
Okay,
I can't take them. Or I can't get them.
That sounds okay to me.
Okay, great. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish cleaning upstairs and log on to work because I'm really late.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
You wrote that love for me, and when you trip and you fall. All right, what broke here? Something broke. Smoke again. When you trip and you fall. Okay. This is actually kind of looking like a real app, isn't it, chat? Like this is looking real. Kind of impressed. All right, I want to go look at this now and see if we get the notifications. I actually don't know how the streaming works in Svelte. Stream. Your data can include promises, in which case it will be streamed to the browser. How streaming with when using a server load, promises will be streamed to the browser as they realize. Yeah. And it needs to be the last thing, which that is. Data. Oh, we can await. That's cool. Yes, I mean. Oh, streaming probably isn't gonna do. Yep. Keep in mind of that point of doing catch on the promise handle on the server side. I don't think I really care about streaming here, to be honest. Because that should resolve pretty much instantly. Like if we get hit performance problems, we can come back and work on performance stuff later. So I don't really care. But while this is working, we can do all this other work. And then down here, we can do, we can say const notifications equals await notifications promise. And then we can delete to there, and now we'll have the notifications. That's fine. And then on the layout here, we're gonna import our store. So let's say store dot notifications. In fact, we can copy that like context pattern we were looking at earlier. Where was that at? Here. And this is in layout that's felt. So let's actually do this instead of what we had with that store. So we'll come in here and we'll say const notifications equals, I mean, we can also get it. I mean, we'll have the notifications at every point. So we don't even need the store, right? Because every sub page is going to have data.notifications on it. Yeah, so we really want effect, and we're going to run an effect, and in our effect we're going to set an interval, and in our interval we're going to, I don't know, how often do we want this to run? Every 5 seconds. Revalidate. We're on /dashboard. Does that even need to be an effect? Because we don't need tracking. Do I need to add a cleanup to this? Clear interval, yeah, okay. Whoops. Varl. All right. What up? Sign up. Invalidating. Invalidating. Why didn't that work?
Functions describe the world.
Oh, I have to give it a function. In fact, we should call this just call this root. But got to yeah, I'm using Vite. Thank you for the follow. Sign up. And anyone else I missed missed maybe for follows. Shouldn't this cause me to refetch my data? Like, we should see this running again every 5 seconds. That today command is not accurate. We're building, well, I guess we are building a notification system actually, so we just didn't use the CDC approach. This project is for a financial advisor who coaches other financial advisors. There we go. That's interesting that the previous one didn't work though, right? Like I would have expected that to work. Cause any load functions belonging to the currently active page to run if they depend on the URL in question. Oh, they need to depend on it. Do I put the invalidate? Do I put the invalidate in the load function? Do I do this somewhere else? Invalidate. I do. Nope. Nope. Okay. Do I come in here then and say invalidate, and I can just give this a resource name, right? This can just be like root. And then cannot call invalidate on the server. Well, I'm using the URL, right? Like, depends. What is this depends thing? Here we go. Okay, so depends is in here. I see. In fact, we can just call it, yeah, whatever. We'll say depends notifications. Let's say that there, and then we can come up here and in here we can say invalidate notifications, right? And this, we should see this work. Maybe. All right, we see invalidating, but we don't see the fire. Did I delete the fire off the server? Yeah, I did. There we go. Great. All right, we got it. All right, it's time to wrap up anyways. We have refreshing notifications going the whole way through to the UI tomorrow. So first thing tomorrow, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Monday, if I don't work on this at all this weekend, we're going to wrap up notifications, and then we're going to build the admin dashboard with some charts, and hopefully by the end of next week, we're going to start on a new project that is, for anyone that wasn't here, I talked about at the beginning of stream. I have an existing tool that has stopped working that I need to rebuild, called YNAB Splitwise Sync. It syncs transactions between You Need a Budget and Splitwise, which are two tools that Justine and I use for our finances and budgeting. This is open source if anyone wants to go look at my GitHub. But we're going to rebuild this in EffectTS, and we're going to build it to be multi-tenant, and we're going to try to turn it into a micro SaaS that I can make some money off of. And it is going to look, this is the design I have right now. And so this is what we're going to get started on. EffectTS is a drop-in replacement for JavaScript standard library. Helps you write better TypeScript applications. Yeah, I'm assuming either my Raspberry Pi cron stopped working for some reason, which I doubt, or there is a problem. They made a breaking change to the API, or one of my tokens expired. I don't know. It stopped working, but I want to rebuild it anyway because there are like weird edge cases it doesn't capture right now, and can be way smarter. So that's what we have to look forward to. We just got to knock out some like last mile features on R10, because basically the client needs to take the MVP of R10 and go to the lawyers of his firm and get everything stamped for approval to deploy, and that probably won't happen till like early next year. So we just got to bang out the MVP, and like then we can do other stuff. Okay, chat. We're gonna raid Prime because he's working on the cool stuff. Oh, Giacomo. All right, Prime or Giacomo? Gleam or JavaScript and Prime? Anyone have preferences? Prime? We got one for Prime. I'm going to make a choice based on input in the chat in the next 20 seconds. Bueller, 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 Bueller. Prime it is. Both. All right, y'all. Have a great Friday and a great weekend. I will chat with y'all on Monday morning. We will probably stream longer on Monday since it's a U.S. holiday and I don't have work. So look forward to that. We will probably just go all day until we finish the R10 thing. That way, Tuesday, we can get started on budget sync.